Welcome, everybody, to another episode of We Loves to See It. It's the end of 2023. We're here. Some of us are queer, right? I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can say it. Okay, cool. My name is Mimi. This is Simone, my co-host. Today, we have our amazing bartender in the house, Bianka Radic. And then we also have our guest, Margaret and Viola, aka Mav Viola.
Mav girl.
And
She done thrown me under the bus.
No. Mav is so funny. She's a stand-up comedian, actress. Let's add your accolades, please.
Sure, you can just stop there. You know what
Okay. That's cool. That's
She's
cool.
like, you called it.
Google it.
Google her, MavViola.com. We want to kick off by talking about our special coffee drink we've got today to start our Monday morning.
Yep.
Yes.
Bianca, take us away on this journey.
So basically, I found out that you really like coffee.
Hell yeah.
And that you wanted a mocktail, which made me happy because I was like making both variations. Yep. But anyways, what we got going on here, some cold brew, and then I made a raspberry, cinnamon, vanilla bean syrup, a little bit of half and half cream, and then you have a ritual. It's an alternative spirit. It's like a reposado tequila alternative spirit. So zero proof. Really?
You said it like mine was special.
Yeah, it is special. It's very special because you're
do they have,
special and you're a
alcohol?
special guest. They have alcohol.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because they're
You don't say.
they're the degenerates.
Yeah, they're the degenerates.
Been through a lot.
Well,
Well,
I'm the
cheers.
old one, so I gotta be
Cheers.
careful.
Thank you, Bianca.
Of course.
Thank
What's
you.
going on
Of
here?
course. Cheers. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. That cold brew's going to hit, boy.
And Mimi and Simone are sipping on some very, very expensive Trader Joe's Reposado. tequila.
Thank you.
We love TJs.
You might get me a bed later, B, just for this drink.
But yeah, very holiday.
Oh, that's so
very
good.
in season.
Yeah.
Just thought we should have something nice
I
to
love
kick
it.
off the podcast.
We're going to get wired.
Let's get lit.
God, you got a smooth ass voice too.
Thank
She
you.
does. She's like, welcome to Jazz, Love 94. We should do that. We'll really go somewhere. You know
That's
what
how
I
I
was
get
realizing?
laid, okay?
Mav, when I met you first, it was on a podcast at the Comedy Store. We were on Pap
Yes, it
and
was.
Ollie's podcast.
Oh my God.
Full
That's
circle.
Right. Full circle.
Isn't that crazy?
The two of you need like a late night with your low raspy.
We do. We do.
Raspy voice queens.
Yeah.
Is that what we would
Sounds
call
like
it?
we're getting some, but we're not. Maybe later. Just saying. No, that'll be awesome. So thanks for coming on the show. So, like we said, you're a fellow comedian.
Yep.
So, and from Virginia. So, give us like a little like play-by-play when you moved out here. Was it for stand-up? Was it acting first? Like, what's your kind of journey with that?
I moved out here right after college simply because I didn't want to move home like everyone else and be a school teacher and live at home.
Facts. It's the school teacher for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like no diss on school teachers. Like obviously we need them and they're amazing and they're fighting the good fight, but was not for me. So didn't want to go down that track. So I just hopped in my car, came out to Los Angeles, was focused on screenwriting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I focused on screenwriting, got my master's in screenwriting. Was doing that for a little while and just kind of taking odd jobs. I worked at a homeless youth shelter for a few years running the outreach program.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it just took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to do, really, you know?
Right.
So just kind of like did whatever for several years until I did stand-up like 8 years ago. And then it was
It's
off
been
to
a
the
minute.
races. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, those such good times. I always say about like, you know, the people that like, you have the groups that you come up with together. I always say this and I love to say it, but like our kind of class, I guess, was always so supportive.
Oh my God, amazing.
There wasn't like any like weird, like we were all just like, yo, see the same people at the same mics all the time.
Yep.
But the best was that the potluck one because Katana Happy Hour, shout out.
Hell yeah.
How good
Woo!
was that?
That
The
was
margaritas.
so much fun.
And
Oh
then
my
just
God.
all the food too. Like shout out to Katana, like you really should.
They was so good
that.
because most of the time you don't get up at potluck. Like it's just
Right.
only like 15 people get up or whatever. So
Yeah.
most of the time you put your name on and then you just go get drunk.
Yeah, literally you had to get
Because you
fucked
know
up
you're
for
not
sure.
going to get up probably.
Like once you
something
know
get
you're not getting up,
drafted
you're just like, I can drink more.
You put your name on a list at the Comedy Store for like their open mic.
Okay.
And like only 15 people out of like, I don't know, 200 people that show up to put their name on.
Oh, there's
get
a line.
picked. There's a long
Took a ton
line.
of basically.
they're
disheartening.
Well, they
Like to
it's
do
just
that over
email
and
now.
over again.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
like she
right.
said, you kind of form a group, and so you put your name on the list. If you don't get up, you either stay and support your friend who got up,
And you
like,
wait like
one
an
of you
hour.
gets up,
So,
one
but
of
yeah,
you.
Exactly.
So you're
I was
stoked
always
for
that
whoever.
hopeful. Like, guys,
Yeah.
one of us, shut the fuck up, Simone. Okay, I'll get another drink. Oops. Or Cardi's. Cardi's was a bop
Yeah,
too.
Cardi's was a vibe too.
What was your first open mic experience like?
The first open mic I did was at Echoes Under Sunset. Do you remember
Oh
that
my
spot?
god! Oh my god! Was that Pico?
Yeah, on Pico.
Girl,
They had like a
yep.
basket of chips.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And I remember being like, these are bomb
Right.
chips.
I'm
And
here
he
for
was
the
like,
chips,
Sam's
dude.
Club. I was like, hell yeah. And I remember I was feeling pretty under the weather, but I did a set and I felt really good about it. And I was like, oh, wow, that was super fun. It was like 3 minutes. I felt really good. And then as I was walking out, some dude was like, let me give you a note about your set and like
Bitch,
what you
if
can do
that's not our
different.
brand, what was the note? Do you remember?
All I remember is that I told him like, hey, I don't need that. Like, you shouldn't do that. You should never walk up to somebody and tell them that,
Right?
ever.
From the jump. And,
From the jump.
And then what did
That's
And he was like,
awesome.
well,
I'm glad that you said that.
He was like, well, it's your first time, so like I just thought it'd be helpful. I was like, it's not. Like,
And
I'm
where
just
are you now, Richard? Where
This was
are
just
you?
fun for me. I'm not
Yeah.
like, night one, you're not all in thinking you're gonna,
Right,
be
yeah.
on like, you're not like refining a set for network.
I was just gonna
night
say
one,
exactly. And
you
it's
know?
like echoes. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me
dude.
the fuck alone.
I
I
knew
was
it.
just happy to be up,
And he was like, I've got a good tag for you.
Yeah. He's like, if you
Always.
said it like this.
Or it's like you get mad and bitch about, but then and this is few and far between. But you have that one where you're like, God, that's kind of good though. You know, You're like, but I'll never tell you. But like, I'll use it in my own way now because I'll be damned if I admit that shit.
Yeah, you're
that's
like,
only happened twice
damn, that's
over
fire.
for me. Usually it's like, did you even listen? Because what you're saying does not match anything I was saying. Like tone deafness of these fucks.
And
Sure,
they
it's a
go,
male
and
comedian.
usually it was a male comedian, it was
Yeah.
a white male comedian. And they're usually people that you're like, bro, your set
Right, like you're not funny. What the
Oh
fuck?
God, they all think that they're funny too.
They think they're God's gift.
What I see, what I see now, and I hope this doesn't sound pointed. And I'm saying this as like a very young comic in the game.
Sure.
I'm seeing like all these like kind of bro-y comedians start coming up.
Yeah.
Pussy, yeah, she's
Girl, they've been there.
Right,
Girl, they've
right.
been there. They're just holding the door.
They're just
They're not
literally-
coming up. That's just what they do. They just hold the door and the
And
next
yes.
one walks through.
Yep. So
Yeah.
true.
It's a boys club. But, some of them are
is.
good and some of them are funny. And, like,
Yeah.
you just got to find the good ones. It's hard because they all look alike.
Yeah. So true. So true.
But
there
they're
are
out
good
there.
ones.
They're out there for
No.
sure. For sure. I don't want to diss on all the dude
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah,
but
let's not hate all the men, right?
you know what? But most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Not all, but most.
Not all.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Some
not
gems.
all men.
Yep. And if you're not sure, you should look in a mirror.
Yeah.
You know?
If you have to think about it, that's always the rule.
Right.
You know?
Just ask your
So
mother.
yeah, echoes. Oh my God. So when you were going into, like you said, you didn't have like a thing in your head, oh, I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian. But were you like, I'm gonna give this a go? Or you wanted to see how
I was
it went
like,
first?
this is fun. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, that was really fun. I want to try this again. Like, the response was good. And I was working at the Ace Hotel at the time, and like a few of my friends there were already doing stand. Anthony
Oh.
Deo, you know Deo.
Yes, Deo.
Yeah.
We love you, Deo.
Yeah, Deo. Shout out to Deo.
One of
He's
the funniest
actually
people ever.
He's one of the he's the first person who actually told me to try stand up because I was
Really?
a host at the restaurant. And I was always on the verge of getting fired because I couldn't shut up.
Yeah.
And he was like, you need to try stand up. Like, you just come out with me one night and try it or whatever. And so I would like jot down jokes on like receipt papers or whatever
Right.
and run them by him. So yeah, at first it was just like, this is fun. I'm getting to hang out with my friends from work and
Yeah.
like they're cool, whatever. And then I started a show at Bar Lubitsch that was like monthly.
I think I did it. in
Yeah,
the back.
ladies'
yes,
mic.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. But then as time went on, it was like, how when you first start, like there's a group of you, but then people start to fall off because
Yep.
it really requires like a level of commitment.
It sure does.
And so people start to fall off, like take another job, whatever, like, they just stop doing it as much. And then you're at your kind of crossroads of, okay, am I going to go hard into this and
Right.
like try and make this a career? Or is this just a hobby? Am I going to
Right.
stop? So yeah, a lot of my friends fell off, but then, met people like you and whatever. And then
Yeah.
just like
Such
was
good
full on.
times.
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever do, sorry, Kill Tony? Did
No,
you? I
no.
could've sworn. Yeah, we
I
would just
signed
kick
up a
it.
couple times.
Yeah.
I signed up a couple times.
I never did just because it's like 60 seconds. Like I feel like the interview I would rip, but like the 60 seconds I'm like, what the fuck? And like I'll be damned if I go up there and I'm not on my game.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
not gonna get dragged by that
It's a-
guy. No
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
way. No fucking way is that dude gonna drag my ass.
For sure.
We'll end up fighting on stage.
I was just gonna say I'll go to jail.
I'll go to
'Cause,
jail.
You know, he like and honestly like Tony is really good at what he does. I'll
Yeah,
give it to him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he really knows how to get in there, you know?
Yeah.
Or he will shame you, embarrass you, like because I feel like for the most part I can hold my own as far as like getting embarrassed, called out, because
Yeah.
I'm aware of everything. Like nobody could shit on me more than
Same,
me.
I don't care.
But I feel like if somebody could, it would be Tony Hinchcliffe because he could just really just make you feel like shit. I'm like, I'm just gonna go jump.
No,
off a
I would
cliff
give it right
now.
back. I would
Yeah.
give it right back. It wouldn't even. My mother raised
He's
me well.
easy to get though too.
Okay.
Though he's easy to rip. He's like this short, like you know.
Is he still doing it?
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, at Rogan's place?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard it's really cool actually.
What does your family think about you doing stand up back in the South? We both got those strong Southern roots, girl.
You know, girl, we got him strong.
Southern strong.
Shit, let's
Southern
cheers
strong.
Let's cheers to that.
You
Shit.
know what?
Woo!
If only this was a
Hell
mint
yeah.
julep, you know what I'm saying?
If only, hell, if
Cheers,
only it was
bitch.
just some Jack and Coke for me. Or maybe just a Bush Light.
Oh my God, a
Yes.
Bush Light.
Yeah, I never asked. Like, what was
Bush
that?
Light, we
My
love
family?
to see
Yeah.
it.
The only thing my family cares about is anytime I tell them anything, they go, "How much does it pay?" You know,
I love it.
Very
That's the
much like my
funniest thing.
parents.
right? My mom's
you
like,
getting
"Well,
from it?"
just walk into NBC and give them your resume. Do they have your resume?" I'm like, "No one gives a
You're
fuck
like,
about
"Mom,
your
you don't get
resume
it." Yeah.
in Los
Right.
Angeles.
No
Nobody
way.
gives a shit." She's like, "Well, do they know that you have a master's degree?" Like, no, Mom, please don't tell them. There's a point at which that shit is embarrassing because it's like, oh, loser, how much money do you owe? You
Right,
know?
yeah, exactly.
How's comedy paying your loans?
Right.
You know,
You're like,
Not.
no,
It's
Mom.
not.
That's so funny.
Defer.
Yeah, literally.
No, my dad loves it. He just came to my first show actually in New York. I did a Comedy Central featuring spot in New York. Yeah.
Very cool,
Yeah, so my
very
dad
cool.
flew up for that and surprised me and like crashed at my hotel and came out for that. So that was his first time ever seeing me do. No, actually, sorry, it was his second time. The first time was opening for Lizzie Cooperman in Charlottesville, which was awesome.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He came to that, lost his mind. It was at a theater, at a big like arts theater. And he was like, "Oh, I need to go to the car." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I gotta get my cigarettes. This place is cool."
I love that. I love that.
So my dad's like in, you know,
Yeah,
he's
for
in now.
sure.
At first he was like, "Don't fucking say anything about me on stage." And I
Yep.
was like, "All right." Like, so and he's like, "Don't say dick, don't say," you know, and I was like,
You're
"Bro,
like,
I'm gonna say
buckle
whatever I
up.
want."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then as soon as it was over, he was like, "That was amazing." And now he's
Yeah.
all in. My mom, I think, is like, she likes, because humor is really important in our family.
Right.
And all the women are absolutely like diehard hilarious, master roasters, like
love
just
that.
like they will drag your ass. So I think she's proud in that sense that like I'm kind of carrying the torch of the women
For
in my
sure.
family. But I know she doesn't like what I talk about because she probably thinks it's tacky, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I know. Listen.
Yeah.
I
I bet
gotta
your
tell-
family feels the same way.
I got to tell y'all this. My dad, he goes, "Ah, I can't believe," I was on the phone with him, "I can't believe you were Jean Benet Ramsey for Halloween. That is just so distasteful. How dare you do that? I can't believe it." And I said,
That
"Well,
is
Dad,
hilarious.
if you'd been in my life when I was 8 years old, maybe I wouldn't be so fucked up and do
Right.
shit like this."
So blame yourself.
and then the other day, but now that I'm doing comedy,
You went as John Bonet.
I know.
She committed
So
too. You
I
should've
really
seen
do.
it.
Also,
I wish I saw this.
Yeah, I've got it's on Insta. But anyway, so I mean, hey, if all those fucking white guys could be Jeffrey Dahmer last year, I could be Jean Benet. Okay,
you.
so
You know, that's a good point.
Sorry.
Yep.
But so I've noticed that like my dad, he starts to like joke around with me more now. He knows I'm doing stand up. So the other day he's like saying to me, I'm on the phone with him. I can tell he's just like hella lit while I'm talking to him, like hella just like woo out there.
He's out.
And he goes, "I was at the rec center."
Oh my God, the
other
rec
day.
center.
The rec center
Us
working.
too.
I was at the rec center working out, and the chief of police was in there too. He was working out beside me on the treadmill, and he was looking at me like I was stoned.
God forbid.
Cause I was. I was like, oh my God, I have to let you go now.
Oh my
so
God.
I get it. I feel you.
The
You know when you're
timing.
high, you think
Because I
everybody
was.
knows.
Because I
Yeah.
was.
And he's sober. He just gets high and does shrooms. And yeah, I'm going to talk about you.
California sober
love
in
that.
Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to Mimi's dad.
But yeah,
Shout
out
out,
to
man.
Diggy.
I know.
Getting
Diggy
high at the rec
rocks.
center. I love that.
Okay.
Speaking of getting high.
Yes.
Yes.
Plug this home.
Indie local. This
The
is
alcohol does that, too.
this is my my weed beer. It's Delta 9. It's not doesn't have alcohol in it, so no hangover, none of that.
10 milligrams.
10 milligrams will definitely give you a good time. I don't know. This is what I've been drinking lately because I'm really sensitive to alcohol. And going into the end of the year, you know, you're just like, I don't want to drink as much.
Right.
So this is what I've been hitting these every night. Just getting a nice little high and still waking up in the morning feeling good. So yeah, thanks for the little plug.
THC.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Indie local.
And it's so funny just thinking of, you know, like all the weed laws back in the South, because I'm not sure what they are in Virginia, but in, you know, in Alabama, it's still, you know, I guess relatively illegal. I don't know if it's a misdemeanor. I'm not sure what the levels are, but you can get around all that stuff with Delta 9.
You absolutely
like we were
can.
talking about before.
Yeah, it's hemp. So, you know, we're selling it at High-Low Liquor Mart. We got it in different bars around town. We're going to have it at the Improv by spring.
Nice.
On the menu, in the green rooms. Yeah, we're just getting it out, especially to comics, because we're around bars all the time.
Right.
And it's really easy to just get drunk every single fucking night.
That's such a good point, too, and I always bring it up. I feel like, especially in the beginning, it's like, I feel like I've tamed myself so much compared to the way I used to booze there, because it's late nights, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're there all night. Like, think about it. We get, Mondays, you get there at what, 5:30?
Yep.
And then you're just going the whole time. So it's like, it's easy to like get caught up in there. But I always made it a point to not get like shit-faced at the store, because it just wasn't a good look.
Yeah,
Especially being newer, I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm taking advantage of this opportunity to be here.
Yep.
Especially like Sacred Ground. I'm like, no, I'm going to be chill.
Yeah.
Keep to myself. But some people got ballsy. I'm like, do you not realize? Yeah, it's like stand up, but people are watching. Like they notice these things.
Because you're at work.
Yeah.
And you want to get on development, but
know?
you're getting fucked up like that. It's not going to happen.
Right,
you know?
exactly. And like you get drink tickets and shit like that too for other
Right.
shows you're on. So you just always have the option of drinking. You don't end up having to spend a lot of money as a
That's why
comic.
this is perfect though, because it's just like get nice and stoned a little
Yep.
bit,
So
and
this
everything's funnier when you're high.
Actually has THC in it.
Yeah.
10 milligrams.
So it's
10
not
milligrams.
Just a CBD.
No.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so where can you get this?
So right now you can get it at different liquor marts around town. We got it at High-Low Market. We've got it at Sunset Liquor, Liquor
Improv.
Locker on Sunset. You can get it at the Improv if you ever pop in the Improv. It's up in the green room. It'll be on their menu soon.
How did you get it
Hananos
to
in
get-
Venice Beach. We
to
got it
get
in
sold
Hananos.
like that?
We just go out, literally. We have a team of us, and we go out and we just pitch it to different liquor marts and different bars and shit like that,
Wow.
and like, you know, sell it. Yeah.
That's
we just got a sales
amazing.
team going out, hitting the ground.
So you have a lot to distribute if you're like, you know.
Yeah, we got a lot to distribute. We just got a distributor as well. We're sponsoring a show at the Improv monthly, so this month will be December 16th at 9:45.
What better to have like a weed beverage at a comedy show? Like, hello.
Exactly.
I always used to say that. I used to even be like, I would love to like make sure like my audience is sedated, because it's just, it's so much easier. I'm like, a gummy for you, a tab for you.
Yep.
Here's a pill pop. You know, but like
Yeah.
having weed, like, because think about it, people get too drunk. I feel like that's what makes a heckler.
They act
sometimes.
like idiots.
They get all confident and cocky. But if
Yeah.
you're high, it's like you shut up and you just smile. You're like,
You just laugh your ass
Yeah.
off. Like people were just getting lit last time and just giggling their asses off, and it was a
laughing.
blast. Yeah.
Have you
so
ever dealt
awesome.
with like a crazy heckler? By
Oh my
the
God.
way?
I was
Oh,
learning
yeah.
from that
Yeah,
thing.
I love those
Oh,
stories.
absolutely.
Where
Have
was
you?
it? And, like what? Yeah, I think for me it was something to the point where I didn't know heckling was a thing.
Yeah.
I was new and I kind of challenged and maybe threatened them. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But my mentor at the time, Vargas, he's like, Simone,
Vargas.
I know
love Vargas.
Vargas.
Oh my God.
My bringer show days.
Oh, yeah, Vargas.
What's it called? He's like, you can't threaten people. I was like, well, he came at me. He's like, he was just heckling you. I was like, what, heckling? I was like, what do you mean? So that's allowed. I just have to be, he's like, no, you could do it, but there's a cadence to it.
Yeah.
So I learned how to, for me, after being aggressive the first time, now I handle it with like, say a little dig, but like also like in a complimentary, fun way.
Yeah.
So like, cause you never know like if they got it or not. Usually
Yeah.
you could just shut it down, but what
But
happened
they
with
can
you?
pop off.
Yeah, they can pop off.
Well, recently I did a show at like a social club space.
Okay.
You know, like Soho House type thing, but like smaller. I can't remember the name
Yeah.
of it, and that's a good thing because I don't want to like draw attention to the
Right,
person.
right, yeah.
But I was like up there and I was doing a set, and this dude in the front row, this like older white dude, just like kept heckling me, like kept just interjecting, and I was trying to have fun with him about it. And then eventually I said something like, does anybody ever ask you your pronouns? And he was like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da, started going off. And I'm like, no, they don't. You're lying right now.
Right.
Like, I know you're full lying.
Yeah.
You're just angry because you don't like this whole thing because you're probably a Republican asshole, closed-minded asshole.
Sure.
And so you're being like, oh yeah, I hate it. It's driving me nuts everywhere I go. I'm like, no one's asking you that.
Literally.
Ever. Look at you.
Yeah, yeah.
No one.
No one's talking to you at all.
Yeah,
How
you
about
don't even know people who are open-minded enough to ask that
Right.
question. Like, no.
You're in the wrong place. Buddy,
Yeah.
If you're...
So then he gets pissed and we start going back and forth. And then I went into, and I never do this. I never go into like the aggressive zone like that. But I'm a Scorpio, so at the end
Yes,
of the day,
you are,
like,
sweetie.
you know, I'm a snap.
You will snap.
And he really took it there, and that's never happened to me on stage. But I ended up just really shutting him the fuck down.
Yes.
Like I couldn't help myself. And then I got off stage, and it turns out he's the owner of the whole building.
No way.
But the best part about that so the host of the show comes over to me and he tells me that, and I'm like, oh my God, I'll apologize after. I can make anything right, like for sure.
Yes.
I can go over there and make anything
Southern
right.
charm, baby.
Southern charm,
Southern
baby
charm.
girl, baby girl. Especially an old white man. I got it on lock, girl. These legs don't quit. Okay.
Mav goes, listen, we're on the same team. You know? You get Republican real quick.
Yeah. You like
always
pussy, I
draw
like
from
pussy.
it. Yeah.
But the best part, hang on one second. So this is the best part though. So he tells me that. I'm like, I can make it right if you want. He's like, don't worry about it. So then I go to the bar to get a drink. So I'm like, I need a drink after that.
Yeah.
And the manager of the bar walks over with a full glass of whiskey, slides it to me with his business card, and goes, thank you for that. Come back anytime. This one's on us. And the whole like back of house was
like,
like, we fucking love you. We hate this guy.
Oh my God. That is iconic.
Iconic.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
He's like,
They were like, thank you.
so did you go up to him after, the owner or whatever?
No, I left.
You're like, because that just validated
You're like,
you.
I shall
You're
never
like,
perform
I
here
did
again.
the right thing.
Yeah.
You're
I'm like, oh, the back of houses, it loves, okay, then that's who it's for.
So fuck this
Fuck off.
apology.
If they
yeah.
were like, ooh, can you apologize to him? That's going to make our lives, I would have done it, no
100%.
problem.
But also, you're like, I'm never coming back here, whatever.
Ever. I'm never going
That's
back.
your mic drop, like, yo, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Boop, you're an
Also,
asshole.
ballsy of him to sit in the front.
Why was he doing that?
Why?
Everyone was picking on him, not just me. Everyone was ripping this man to shreds. I actually felt bad by the end of it. I was like, okay, he's poor guy.
Well, you know what?
He's getting
Don't
dragged.
fucking. Don't, if you can't stand the heat, like literally,
Yeah.
everybody
Get out
knows
the kitchen.
Front row is dicey, dude. When
yeah,
you're in the
front
front
row
row,
is
it's dicey.
But you know what, Bianca and company, you guys sat front row at my show. And
You
you guys
did.
were
You
fine.
drew it.
Yeah, we were fine.
Yeah.
Ernesto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know
No,
her.
I enjoyed
That's
it,
the thing
though.
too. They're like, oh,
If you don't
we
know
see this
the show's
firsthand every day.
And it's always some asshole dude with a really sweet wife or girlfriend.
Right.
Who's sitting there like,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah. You could
like
tell.
she's the one who brought him. She loves everything coming out of your mouth.
Right.
And she loves that you're dragging him, but you also like make eye contact with her and you're like, okay, I'll
She's
stop for
embarrassed.
you.
Yeah.
I will stop
oh
for
my
you.
God, that's nail on the head. That's just kind of like the story I was telling you about before we started.
Yep.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Wait, what about
wink.
you, BB? I know that you're still like in the game, like making your strides, but have you had a heckler?
Oh, yeah. I have. I was at an open mic.
I could see you ripping, by the way, because I feel like
Heckler at
maybe
an open mic.
there's no in between. She's like, I'm gonna get his ass, you know?
Yeah, but
you're
it was
good at doing that, by
but
the way.
But it would thank you. Thanks.
You're good at being a cut. Just kidding.
Oh yes, so that's what happens when you were bullied your entire life, and now you're an adult.
Oh yeah, you have all that
Like-
pent up. You're like, I've been waiting for this. You know? So wait, what happened?
It was just this chick. I made some kind of joke about, how I look like I'm Russian till I open my mouth, like that
Yeah.
whole thing. And at first she was like laughing and stuff, and then like during my set, she goes, "I'm Russian." Ah!
Oh,
And she was like the girlfriend. She was the,
Lord.
Yeah, she was the girlfriend of the owner of the bar, and I was just like,
What's it?
what? Okay, cool. And I remember saying, I'm Russian. You're just saying about Russia. I don't understand. And I was just like, bitch, you're drunk. Stop being a
Wasted.
drunk bitch.
people get drunk and they really get these balls.
And then
Yeah.
she was the girlfriend of the owner of the bar.
Once again,
That is
Yeah, but
pretty
he should have had her
crazy.
on lock. He should have pulled her out the
For
second
sure.
she
Yeah,
started
he should
going
have
off.
been like, you bitch.
because honestly,
Pull him out.
especially if it's the actual owner itself, still whatever. But probably a little problematic for your girl. Just not a good look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an open. Well, men like crazy, right?
They do.
I
Until
learned-
they don't.
But you got to pull them out. I learned that from Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings has people pulled out like
Does she?
immediately.
Smart.
you
Handle
know?
that shit.
I mean, she'll do. she'll talk to someone who's being nice, who's not being an asshole. But the second that someone is just heckling or won't stop, like it's one thing to say one thing, it's another thing that when someone keeps going, and she'll just politely be like, get him out of here, like
that's a good call. Like,
she's got that power, though.
She's got that.
But just like shut it down, because at the end of the day, this is your time. This is the whole point. Like, you're paying to see any comedian do what they have to do.
Right.
So you interrupting is almost like wasting your own money. Like,
yeah, well, and I've had to be nice, especially like the open mic I host at Rock and Riley's once a month. We're back in January.
It's really fun, actually.
It's a great mic because it's half mic, half hybrid show.
Right.
It's cool. But we had some people there that were just kind of like talking during sets, and I had to get up after the set and you guys all know who I'm talking about too, the old man. And I had to be like, hey, everyone just shut the fuck up while someone else is talking.
Right.
Please, just shut up. If you have something to say afterward, just approach the comic after. But while you're here, just shut up. No one cares what you have to say.
Courtesy, And I get it. Courtesy. I get it to a point where, like, that's the thing with bar shows and bar mics. It's dicey because there are people there that are just there to drink, you know? Mm-hmm. But I feel like for me, if I go to, like, a bar and it's, what do they call it? They play the trivia night or something like that.
Oh, right.
I'll either leave or I'll just respect it. It's like, all right, well, I guess we'll just have to talk at this type of, like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like respect it either way. Or just like talk lower. But people that just like blatantly talk over, they could give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's also a blessing in disguise because you're like, wow, I'm really going to earn this.
Yeah.
It's really humbling. It's a really humbling thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of dicey things, this is not on the comedy thing. This is on like a personal level, and let's just get real deep right now.
I'm nervous.
I know, me too.
Let's get real deep, okay?
How deep?
So
Deep.
you like women, correct?
I mean, out me to the public, why don't you?
I'm sorry.
Margaret!
I'm not out at this point.
She's like, Margaret is not, but Mav is
Yeah, Margaret Ann, no. Actually, Margaret Ann, yes. Mav on the fence.
So, that's funny. That's actually more on brand, right?
I had this revelation this morning, and I was like, oh my God.
I like women.
No.
She's like, me too.
But when spaghetti gets wet, who knows? My revelation was this. You know how, in the straight community.
Mm-hmm. Love that we have a community.
Well, now we do. Right now we do.
Right.
Women get photos of dick pics. And sometimes we're like, okay, girth looks good. Vein structure on point.
What a flick of
length is a chef's kiss.
Right.
I am learning so much right now.
Yeah.
Vein structure.
And sometimes we'll we'll share them with our friends or not, or just kind of look at it from time to time. Do lesbians get photos of pussies?
Hell no.
Right? Who
Are you
that?
out of your mind?
They don't? You guys don't?
No. Maybe
I just
we
thought
do.
that's a real
Actually,
question.
honestly, I don't. I'm going to be honest here. I am not the authority on all things gay, and I really don't even know that many lesbians. So maybe lesbians do that. I don't know.
I feel like
I don't.
it's not something you would want to take a picture of. Think about it. Do you send a clip pic to a guy? No.
No.
Can you
No,
imagine
absolutely not.
the amount a guy? It's just there, right? So they can go boom. You can get in a sexy position, I guess. Gross, but
Right.
you can like,
Yeah.
What's a woman gonna do? Like fucking.
No, because you don't want it too open.
go
Then
in
you don't
front of,
want
like,
to
a closet mirror.
I got
legs
the
behind your
most.
head. Yeah.
I got the most atrocious.
I do not-
dick pic
don't-
the other day.
You know what
Show
I would
me
do?
that.
I would do it and see if you
I
can
don't
see
want
me
it.
kegeling.
I don't want it.
If you can see my vagina
kegel?
kegel, then that's impressive. That would be a cool
I
one.
got the most.
It's alive. It's
You're just
alive.
gonna
Yeah.
go in slowly, Simone.
Boom, 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 boom. Everybody kegel right now. Go.
Simone's
they
heartbeat
do.
is actually her kegel.
I come just from kegeling.
I mean, I'll send. Okay, look. If I'm dating someone and we're sending sexy pictures or whatever, a girl might send me like a photo, but not just of her pussy.
Full frontal.
Like a full frontal or some sort
Yeah.
of naked
Always cover the
nude.
face.
Okay. Okay.
But not just a straight up
The face is covered.
And
chat shot, you know?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this because I got the most atrocious, disturbing dick pic on an Instagram DM from a guy I met one time that wasn't even like on a romantic or sexy level. It was just somebody I met.
Show us the
when I was out with my friend. I'm not going to
Nuh-uh.
show you the, but I'm gonna play for you.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna play for
Wait, what are
you
you playing?
the audio with it from his
Like
Instagram.
the mic on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Audio.
Hold on.
Is this a message?
Oh,
You
this
gotta get it, Mimi's.
oh,
I know the game you've been playing. Trying to get me.
That's his mouth, though.
I'm sorry, and the dick.
That's his
That's
mouth.
my type.
I
Thank
think
you
he's
so
going,
much.
You think that's? Yeah, I think it is. That is a little too.
I think
Guys.
that was too. I think that was his mouth.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
The,
Away.
the picture he sent me
Why did he sound like this? What was he
was so awful that I looked at it.
that commentary is disturbing.
I listened
85-year-old
to
man in
it.
a
Really
trailer.
like that.
I blocked it and I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. Like, I hate dick pics, but I especially hate dick pics
With sound.
with, yeah. Yeah, all of
Yes.
it. All of it. I was so disturbed.
I literally have had like 3 in my life, to be honest with you. I don't.
Only
Maybe
3?
maybe I'm not a person that is willing of dick pics. I don't know, but I just don't get them. Like you want to know why? Because I go
Good.
and fuck them. You know.
They-
What
As
are
you
we doing
should.
this cat and mouse game, Richard? Are we doing like? What do you say? What do you want me to do?
Richard,
Take it out of the
dick.
phone and put it inside of me?
I do say on stage, because I've been curious about dick. I do say on stage, I'm like, why would I would want a dick pic, because I would want to know what I'm messing with before I meet up with you, because I feel like dicks have more potential to be just sloppy messes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I'd want to have some but how do you trust they're sending you their dick?
That period.
How do you know?
You check the metadata.
But can't you
This bitch.
can't you block the metadata?
The fuck? I never even thought about it.
Google reverse image search. You know?
Bibi said that with the
You'll find it
quickness, by the
somewhere. You'll
way.
find it somewhere.
She's like the metadata. The metadata. She
it
had
to-
the Secret Service
Send
and
it to
like
catfish. You guys figure it out.
Dickfish.
Dickfish.
metadata.
What if you were catfished with a dick?
Oh, girl.
I think
That happens all the time.
Jail
I think
time.
there was like when I was really young. Actually, I remember I like found the picture like actually on Tumblr or something.
Oh, God,
Yeah, and I like searched because I like put the you could like find the photo somewhere. I
Yeah,
remember
Tumblr
that.
had a lot of porn back in the
Oh,
day.
you know what? I'm a
Yeah.
liar. Okay.
Tumblr, dude.
I'm an
Thanks.
asshole. No, I found a random dick picture to fuck with somebody on Tumblr, and then I kept sending it.
You
to
were the
them.
catfish?
So
The
I was the
disrespect.
catfish.
So were you saying that you were trans or were you?
No, she's
No,
like,
no, no, no.
that's why my
I
voice
was
is like
messing-
this. I have a dick under
I was
here.
messing with a girl that I really didn't like in high school.
Oh my
And
God.
She's like, Suzanne Miller, I'm talking to you.
Oh yeah, I've done
love
that,
that
and
you
then I've
outed
also
yourself.
like if I really like you had to do something really bad to me. I've only done this to like 2 people, but I've sent them like that they have like an STD potentially from an anonymous
No, that's fucked up.
website.
Bro,
Okay,
you're shady.
This is someone
Don't
that
get
beat
us
me
canceled.
up, so it's okay.
This is diabolical. This is diabolical.
You are. It's
Wow.
always the quiet ones over here in
Sure
the
are,
corner,
sweetie.
just like I low key fucked with someone so hard
Right.
You know,
that they live off the grid.
you know what I do though? If I'm like, face to face with a man and I want to know how big his pee is, I do the Helen Keller and we're making out and I'm like,
Oh. And you can't find it. Where is it?
where is
There's
it?
no dick.
Y'all.
The dick does not
I'm
exist.
like, oh, okay.
Oh my
Do
God.
something with
Yeah.
that. And Helen Keller's from Alabama too, so
To be honest, for me, it's just like I don't. It doesn't really matter. There's really not a label for my preference because I mean, listen, anybody that gives me a whisper compliment, you can get it. You know.
okay. What if they're just
I'll let a
like,
dog eat me out for God's sakes.
Oh, what the fuck?
You guys ever heard that?
Okay, and mine is messed up. That's way worse.
puppy.
You putting some peanut butter on that shit? A girl in my high school
Peanut
did
butter
that.
on that shit. A girl in my
Desperate times.
Girl, you got stories sitting over here the last
I know,
45
Bianca,
minutes not
slut.
telling us shit.
We don't slut
I'm
shame
quiet
here.
because I'm psycho.
We slut fame. No, but actually, that is hilarious that you just got that audio because now I'm creeped out.
I know. I had to. My roommate. I was playing it for her, and she goes, "That sounds like somebody that would kill you." And I'm like, "Yeah." So he's actually like following.
That is a
where you
nightmare.
live.
He doesn't know where I live. No, he isn't. And I met him literally like one time in like 2020.
Oh wait, I was actually. Reminds me of the question I was going to ask. Have you? Because we talked about this a lot on the podcast with like different comics and even actors, like people in the industry. Have you ever dated anybody in the comedy?
Have I? I dated somebody.
And,
who
like,
I
how
worked
was
with
that?
at
Was
the
it-
Ace? Who was? She did stand up for a little bit,
Yeah.
but she wasn't like in the scene. No, she wasn't.
How
in
do
the
you
scene.
feel about that? Do you think it's like, okay, we have things in common, this makes sense, or is it
No.
like
I'm not
wanna date
attracted
artists?
to
Yeah.
anyone in comedy.
Right?
Like I'm not, that part of me's not on, I think, when
Feel
I'm
you.
out. And it never has been.
But what about artists in general? Like, would you date an actor? Would you date?
Oh,
or
yeah, I've
like,
dated actors. Yeah,
Yeah.
actresses. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, because we always like to say, like, is it problematic, is it not? Because sometimes it can be competitive, right? Sometimes it could be, you know, or a good thing, you have so much in common, they understand. Because, like, think about it. If you're dating a comedian and you're not a comedian, it's hard for people because they're like, where are you every night? You're going to bikes. They
Yeah,
don't
you
get
can't-
that
no,
it's
you can't
work.
date that person.
So it's hard for people to do that. But
No,
I don't know. I'm
you
on
break
the
up with that
fence.
person.
Yeah.
You break up with that person
Yeah, yeah.
immediately. Simone, I don't know. You break up with that person immediately.
Yeah.
Because there
Who
are plenty
hurt
of
you?
people who can handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plenty
No.
of people who are secure enough to handle it.
Yeah.
The problem is okay, I don't want to date people in comedy because I just don't want people knowing my personal business in comedy. I want to have different relationships.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like my last partner, I brought out a lot to comedy shows. Bless you.
Thank you.
And there was some overlap, like in becoming friends with some of my friends or whatever, and that was fine because she's secure and a good person or
Right.
whatever. But that can get messy, you know,
Was
real
that the one
fast.
with the daughter?
No, that was a few. That was a
She
few
was
people
cool.
ago.
Nice girl. Sorry. Oopsie. Until she wasn't.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
You guys were together for a while too, did you?
Girl,
Together?
move on.
Next package. Hit a nerve. Yeah. She's like, back to dick.
Yeah, I would prefer to talk about penis all day long.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Well, you know, comedy is your workplace in a
Yeah.
sense, you know, and it is kind of, I mean, I've had, you know, a romance with one
You
male
fucked.
comedian. It's been a little, it's a little bit
Romance.
of a-
What's that?
Okay, it's a little, you know, but we do have such mutual respect
Right.
for each other that we're not going to let it get messy.
Yeah.
ever.
Well, that's
And
lucky.
we're going to remain friends forever, you know.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
what I said
good.
to him the other day. Moving forward, do I personally want to be connected to any male comedians? No, because most of the time, have you seen what these guys like bring to the table? I mean, like, no offense, but I mean, an open
Compared to what
micer-
we have to bring to the table?
I don't find anything sexy about what we do.
And
No.
nothing.
No.
You're right. You're
if
right.
anything, it's concerning. Like, who hurt you?
Yeah,
concerning.
I am unstable. I'm unwell. I used to hurt myself.
I don't want to date you, and I don't know why you'd want to date
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It's like, I know. It's like,
And they think we're just having fun up there.
Yeah.
No, this is real trauma.
Yeah.
No, it's like
This is
what-
real.
Yeah, like I mean, and now when I tell, it's so funny because I briefly tried to get back on like the one dating app I'm alled on because I decided, okay, so last year I
Because
decided
she's banned.
Wait,
Yeah, I
which
was-
one is that?
So I was banned. I've been banned from Tinder and Hinge because
Bad cash.
shit.
because
Why? Y'all are nuts. I love
Yeah.
all y'all.
It's a problem. Yeah.
so I was
Three
banned
girls with
because
ADHD.
Yeah.
last year when when all the AI photos came out, I decided to make a fake profile and pretend that I was a robot talking to like different men because of
kinda
my,
kinky.
like,
Great. So we
fake
got
photos.
two catfish out of 4.
Right, yeah,
What?
yeah.
So I was banned from
me
it. So I got on Bumble and I was like talking to this guy that like worked in logistics last week for like 2 hours of my life. You know, we were going back and forth. And as soon as I said I was a stand-up comedian, I was like, oh, I'd love to hear some of your stuff. Like, I'm going to like, oh, hi, this is my knock-knock
Also,
joke.
for people just think we can just turn this on for you.
I
like-
know, it's sick. And then when I was just like, well, no, you'll have to like, you know, come to a show or something, or as we, you know, talk or whatever, we keep talking, maybe, you know, you can, like I said, you can come support. Nothing, never said anything. I'm like, why am I even doing
Red
this?
flag.
Why am I even doing this?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it is a red flag for people because another thing too, these narcissists, are you going to talk about me? Or something?
Oh God!
I mean, give me a reason. I mean, it's not like it's you don't ever like comedians just like don't go in the world and just talk to them like, oh, I'm gonna say that. You know what I mean? Like nothing is that interesting. I feel like also for me, my personal experience, like I have enough of my own shit that like it's rarely gonna go out to like other people. Like I got a lot to unpack. You
Right.
know.
Yeah, I'm with
Which
you.
speaking of that, by the way, what's the most time that you have? Like, have you done? You done an hour? I feel
Yeah,
like,
I've done
right?
an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I go to that? Was it a taping? Wait. Did
No,
you?
I haven't done taping yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, other than Comedy Central, but it was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I just did an hour. I've done an hour, a few times. I did an hour up in Portland not that long ago, and that was fun.
Fuck
it actually
yeah.
goes by a lot faster
I
than
heard
you
Portland's
think.
a cool scene
Oh,
for
it's
it.
the
And they're
best.
really cool. They're like nice and they like laugh.
They
and
show
whatever.
out.
Yeah,
they show
for
out
sure.
for sure. They're really supportive. The comedy scene, like the comics in the scene, are fucking amazing. They're like loyal and they work hard and they
Really?
book you.
They-
and
they- so there's a nice little scene there, huh?
oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, maybe.
did your experience with YoungLife
Segue.
Hell
Out of
this?
nowhere.
Help your comedy career.
What's Young
So
Life?
YoungLife is a Christian organization that's not affiliated with any particular church, but it goes into high schools, middle schools across the country. It's actually a $4 billion global business, to be honest. Just going to out y'all right there.
It's business, y'all.
It's business, y'all.
Yeah.
But it goes into high schools. They have camps and shit. You know, their whole premise is that they're basically like a youth group, but cool. So they have like leaders that are fresh out of college, and they hold all their meetings like on the school campuses, and which there should be separation of church and state, but whatever.
That's neither here or there.
That at my high school.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah, it's basically. I mean, if you Google it, you'll see it's like in every high school across the country. It's crazy. They really infiltrated. But yeah, did it help my comedy? Sure. Yeah, it did, because it was an insane experience. It's an insane thing to grow up and your brain evolves. You know, we have this thing called, the frontal cortex. So you develop logic and reason around 25. And so anything like culty like that you did in your teens, you're like, okay, where were the adults? Where were the adults with and why didn't your brains form in the way that mine has? Because now I'm the age of the people who were leading those types of things and running those types of organizations. Now I'm their age, and I would never in a million years.
You think they just get morphed, and then there's no like?
I just don't. Yeah, they get roped into this shit.
I'm probably surrounded by all the same people that believe it too.
Right.
So there's no room.
There's no room for other thoughts. You know, something has to like happen to you, or you have to move somewhere, or you have to read something. Something has to happen to wake you up out of it. And then also, it's just a breeding ground for a lot of sick shit. So, because you're adults working with kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know why you feel so compelled to work with children, but
exactly,
you're not a teacher, you're not an educator, you're not a coach, you're not. But the thing is they do kind of try to infiltrate those parts of it too, because their whole idea is. We're trying to bring the Lord to young people.
Right.
So any way that they can get involved with young people, they're going to do.
For sure.
All that kind of shit.
Get in there to like manipulate,
So yes, it did. It did definitely help my comedy, because it's wild. Especially when you look at me now and you're like,
she got out.
You're like,
Thank you for the trauma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wore a long jean skirt. Had long blonde hair. I was the leader of the band.
You did
Oh
not.
my God, the
That's
long
very
jean skirt,
Pentecostal.
dude.
Not the
Is
long
there
jean
photos?
skirt.
The long jean. There's tons of photos.
Did you have
I need to see
long
all
hair too?
I had long blonde hair.
Leader of the band.
I was the leader of the band. I learned guitar to be the leader of the band.
Oh my God,
Can you
like all hippie Mav.
Can you play us? Hey, do you remember this song?
Hey, do you remember Sweet Home Alabama? Because it's lots of the thing about Young Life is their whole thing is that the most of the I don't know what you call it, meeting, club night, whatever, fun night that people go to. Most of it is secular, so it's not Christian. It's like you're doing sing-alongs to like Sweet Home Alabama, something like that. You're just having a good old time. There's SNL type sketches,
right.
All that crazy shit. And then at the very end, someone gives a talk about Christ, and then
fun's over.
Yeah, fun's the fun is over. Right. But at that point, you're like, everyone's so cool. This is so cool. So you're kind of just
That's a manipulation
following.
tactic.
Exactly.
Sure.
You're just following whatever everyone else is doing.
Wow.
And then everyone goes to Burger King and hangs out in the parking lot, and shoots the shit.
And gets finger banged.
And gets finger banged or assaulted or whatever.
It's like, I had sex tonight with that fan.
Where it's like, our God. It's like, our God.
He's an awesome God. He reigns from heaven and earth
with wisdom, power, and love. Our God.
It is awesome.
God. Oh, what? Did I trigger you?
Girl, look at me. The Hillsong's coming out of me.
Back to the face,
Give me a left-handed guitar. I'll lead us.
She pulls the skirt behind her.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
That's it, dude. Let's
Oh,
go.
shit.
I'm making Mama proud.
Your pads on.
My kids. My Sam and Libby's.
Right. Not the Oh my God, I'm dying. The Keds too, though. The Keds are so lit. Oh my
But
God.
this tequila hit. I ain't had nothing to eat all morning. Shit.
Oh, actually,
My mocktail hit.
because we're so good at segueing, this is actually hilarious that we're going to our segment right now. From enough with the churchgoers.
Let's talk about
we
fucking
did it.
and marrying and
Killing.
killing.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so we got three parties to our fuck, marry, kill today. So you gotta tell us you're gonna fuck, marry, or kill.
Yeah.
Is that how
You
it
got
works?
it. Yeah. Okay. I'm just checking.
That's a killer.
They didn't teach us that at YoungLife, so.
Billie Eilish.
Okay.
That's a baby right there.
She's old enough.
Some people like babies.
She's old enough.
How old is she?
She's 21.
Y'all.
Also, really
20.
quick side note. Did you guys see her in her
I don't even know if
variety?
she's 21 yet.
No, she's 20.
On her variety story, like she like was a quote where they're like talking about her coming out. She's
Oh,
like,
yesterday?
she's like, I thought this was obvious. Like I've been doing.
That
it.
she's
Just like-
gay?
Yeah.
yeah.
That she's-
Hey Siri, how old is
she's
Billie
like, well,
Eilish?
she was like, I like boys and girls, and she's like, I don't know why you guys.
She's
have to say
21.
that.
She's 21. It's
She's
fine.
21.
It's
Oh,
fine.
That
she
is
can
young.
drink. She can drink. so
It's
she's
whatever.
Okay, so Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish,
Okay.
Kalani,
She can get it, bitch. She can get it.
or Jodie Foster.
good. Oh Jesus.
Mav, we're gonna give you time to
Young,
think.
we got the whole age range.
Yeah, no, you have to. We'll let you have time to think.
Okay.
All right, B, you want to go first?
Yeah.
B,
Yeah.
Simone, me.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Probably kill Jodie Foster.
God bless you,
Sorry,
Jodes.
Jodie Foster. That's such a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna say marry Billie Eilish because I feel like she's a little bit more emotionally stable than Kehlani. But
probably that.
and then fuck Kehlani because look at her.
Jesus Christ. Remember she came to Warrior with her girl?
Yeah,
with
I
that
made
girl?
her drinks. I
Yeah,
was
she's
really,
such
it made me really happy. And then I just was like, why is her skin so glowing? And I couldn't stop staring.
She's
at
a
it.
star, and
it
she's
was-
fucking tatted, and
it
she
was
has
so
a great
annoying.
voice.
It was so irritating how gorgeous she was. in
Well, that
person.
leads
I
into
was
mine
like,
because I'd fuck Kehlani all day.
I bet.
Whenever. Yeah, I would stretch for that one, you know? To be honest with you, I would probably marry Jodie Foster. I love Jodie Foster, I really do. And to be honest, I just feel like, wait, was she was Panic Room, right?
Yeah.
I'm safe with her. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we got this. I'm going to watch that again. That's a great movie.
that is a great
Such
movie.
good movie.
I kill Billie Eilish just because I think the opposite. I feel like Billie Eilish has a lot to talk about still. Like she doesn't seem like that. She's going through a lot. Look at all her songs.
No, but
They're
I feel like she
sad.
wouldn't leave me.
I'm
Like I
sad.
feel like Kehlani has like a new man or woman like every.
That's
other
fine. I don't
month.
want to commit. I just want to hang out.
No, but that's for you need someone for marriage. It's fuck, marry, kill.
I'm
so-
marrying Jodie Foster. She's loyal to protect me in
There
our
we
Panic
go.
Room.
Okay.
Sorry.
She probably has skills too.
little
She
seriously.
probably has skills too.
Jodie, help me!
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to marry Billie Eilish because she's busy as fuck and I need
hilarious.
I need her to be off doing her thing. And she's young, so I'm like, you know what? We don't have to do anything. We'll just get married.
Right.
It'll look good. We'll look good.
You'll seem woke.
You know, we'll seem woke,
Yeah.
cool. But she's gonna go work and I'm gonna go work and we're
Right.
barely gonna see each other. That's chill. I'm gonna kill Jodie Foster because wouldn't that be a good fight scene?
Ooh,
Like that bitch knows how to fight.
she
Yes.
does. She
Every
does.
movie she's in, she's like
Badass.
ripped and in a tank top and
Yes.
like fighting for her life.
That's so true.
like I
Tank
want to
top.
fight this bitch.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know. And then I guess I'm gonna fuck Kehlani.
Yep.
But we already knew that
Yeah,
right out the
we
gate.
sure did,
That was
sweetie.
right out the gate.
Take your pick, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Jodie Foster. We're the same.
Yeah, right.
Two tops. What?
I'm dying.
No.
We're the same. She's like the mother version. literally.
Right.
Oh my God, mommy. So mine, I would fuck Billie Eilish because I want to know what it's like to fuck myself because everybody says we look alike.
There's moments.
I can
I
see,
see that.
There's
the eyes.
moments,
It's
you
the eyes.
yeah.
I
And
would
the
kill
eyebrows.
Kalani.
Yeah.
She's hot.
You're like, fuck you, dude.
I'd fuck her and kill her. And then Jodie Foster.
Very on brand for me.
Jodie Foster, I would marry, adopt a child with, and then I would be such a great wife that she would like leave her whole estate and legacy to me.
Yep. Oh, that's a good point.
That is. She always is about the finances.
Damn.
So
She always has the best answers. And
Yeah.
she always
She
shocks
throws
me.
you for a loop every time.
we
Yeah.
all have good answers, but yes, and that is my three.
Wow.
my theory.
She's
That
like,
was a
but yes,
good
mine
three.
is the best.
Do you know who she had? Oh, because we always discuss like which ones we're gonna say. Do you know who KD Lang is?
Guys, I was in a. I love that we said KD Lang. I was in a KD Lang music video.
No
Is
way.
this hilarious?
Oh my God.
In like
stop.
2011 or something at Cheetah's at the strip bar.
Stop.
Were you a stripper? Were you a
No,
stripper?
there was a stripper. I was the lead, and I like run into. Do you know who Lola Blanc is? She's
Yeah.
a singer. Okay, so but back then she was not big or anything. And neither of us were doing anything really, and she was my love interest. And we run into each other at a strip club, and then we like run around the streets together. It's called I Confess. Google.
Oh, we gotta
it's
watch
actually a
it.
good song.
Oh, besides googling that, I confess. I wanted to mention too that this was like a couple of years ago. I was like on Netflix, like they have different like random like new like rom-coms that you see, and Eliza Schlesinger has a movie on there called Good on Paper. It's a funny, cool, fun-loving movie, and there's like a bunch of comics in it, and Mav is in it. She makes a cameo in it, like right in front of the Comedy Store. It's so great. Good on Paper. Watch it on Netflix.
Yep.
It was amazing, and you looked gorgeous on it, by the way.
Thank you.
You looked amazing.
Did not look like I look today. You may not recognize me.
No, she's
look
like,
great.
see, I'm just like one of you guys.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you know
just
what I
like
mean?
a normal person.
She's like, I just wanted to like be like on brand with us.
Mav, can you tell us like any upcoming show dates you have in January?
In January, no, because I
just
can't
promote
think
your
off the
monthly
top of my
show.
head like
Yeah.
that. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing in January?
I mean, I do.
When is this coming out?
I don't.
January.
Okay. Nope. Just
Or
go to
just-
my Instagram and
or
my
your
website at
upcoming
Mav
show,
Viola.
or
and
your
then-
monthly show at the Improv. Yeah,
monthly. Check me out at the Improv. Got a monthly show there. You can. My Comedy Central special will be out by then on Comedy Central.
Yes, look out for that. That's gonna
and
be amazing.
Yeah, follow me on at Mav Viola for January shows that I can't
Fuck
think of
yeah.
right now.
I'm
But you'll
stoked.
definitely have. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mav.
Thank you
you,
guys.
Mav.
This is really
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah.
So much
You
fun.
freaks.
Thanks for trying my
And we-
drink. I
Yeah, it was
appreciate
delicious.
And we
Oh,
always
wait, we
at
forgot
the
to
end.
ask the question. Do
What?
you love to sip it?
Ooh.
Do I love to sip it?
sip it.
Yeah, I like to sip it.
Yeah, let's one more cheers.
Yep.
And we always flick off the
Thank
camera at the
you.
end too. Fuck off. We love you. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep.
Bye.